Thousands of tons of scrap metal sit waiting to be recycled on Chicago's southeast side. This company, Southside Recycling, was initially granted permits to build the facility, the most advanced of its kind in the country. But because of political posturing, it has yet to receive a permit to begin operations. Companies like this recycle a wide variety of everyday items, from automobiles to household appliances. A large facility like this also sits atop an extensive metals recycling ecosystem that financially supports thousands of independent recyclers, small and mid-sized recycling businesses, and employees like Francisco Martinez, who's done this type of work for a decade. If Southside Recycling doesn't open and operate, he could lose his job, and that's a major concern to him and his wife, Julia.
If Southside Recycling doesn't open, definitely our plans change. The possibility of looking for another job is stressful enough to even think about right now.
We're at a point in our life where we thought, okay, we're set. You're gonna work there until you retire. I'm gonna work where I am until I retire. So it's very scary to think that if it doesn't open up, we will have to start from the bottom again.
Because of the delay, there's now only one other plant in Chicago with a shredder that can handle the large quantities of recyclable metal that the city produces every day. That facility has no pollution controls and is spewing untreated emissions into the air. Also, with Southside Recycling idle, this other operation now has an effective monopoly that is driving down prices paid to independent recyclers like Clara and Mario Ramirez. They make their living collecting recyclable metals and selling them to facilities like Southside Recycling. They say they're losing thousands of dollars.
Nos está afectando mucho porque si el molino estuviera abierto, entonces estarían pagando prácticamente como a 300 la tonelada. Estamos perdiendo como $100 por tonelada.
Es mucho dinero y al mismo tiempo pues tenemos una familia que mantener y como está la pandemia ahorita, los precios de las cosas se fueron muy altos, la gasolina está altísimo el precio. Y entonces, o sea, no podemos dejar de hacer ese trabajo, porque de esto vivimos.
The lack of competition is also majorly hurting other businesses that accumulate scrap metal to sell to facilities like Southside Recycling. Alfredo Ortega of Executive Recycling recently had to shut down his facility altogether in the western suburbs for several weeks.
Si la compañía de Southside Recycling no abre, va a ser una pérdida muy grande para mí, porque ahorita estoy perdiendo como $80 por tonelada. Al año viene siendo, yo pienso que más de $1 millón que pierdo al año. Si no hay compañías abiertas en el sur, no va a ser posible que a lo mejor que siga sobreviviendo.
The reason Southside Recycling isn't operating yet? Invalid complaints from environmental groups in the neighborhood. But CEO Steve Joseph says the Southside Recycling has intentionally gone above and beyond environmental standards when building the $80 million facility.
We wanted to build a facility that complied with not only the current rules, laws, and regulations, but to really be a model to show what could be done for recycling for now and into the foreseeable future.
Unlike most shredding facilities that release emissions straight into the air, Southside Recycling shredder is enclosed and uses an advanced system to capture and control emissions. In fact, the USA EPA issued an alert last July regarding shredder emission controls. Southside Recycling's facility far exceeded those recommendations. On top of the extensive emissions control system, Southside Recycling has taken additional voluntary steps, such as building an on-site water treatment plant, and its location is ideal. The facility sits on a well-buffered 175-acre site far away from the surrounding community, and with access to river barges, rail, and truck lanes, the company can make sure that materials are moved in and out easily with minimal emissions. Community activist Jorge Perez has lived in this neighborhood for decades.
This is a wonderful opportunity, very good for the neighborhood. You rebuild an area that definitely needs investment, continued investment. It's good in terms of jobs and providing jobs that pay more than a living wage, that provide very well for families in this area.
And while jobs put food on the table, the company is also helping to literally do just that. Rosemary Arias runs the southeast side of Chicago Food Pantry, and that operates out of a donated space in a building on Southside Recycling's property.
From my point of view, They've helped the community more than anyone realizes. The southeast side of Chicago Food Pantry wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Southside Recycling. Last month, we serviced over 1,500 individuals. Basically, that would be like almost 600 families.
For now, the site remains idle, leaving the livelihood of hundreds of families all over the Chicago area hanging in the balance. Those families say it's time for the city to do the right thing for Chicago's environment and economy by allowing Southside Recycling to operate.